Hey everyone, welcome back. It's been a while since I worked on my game. Um, Kind of going through a hurricane right now in Florida, so I thought I'd take a little whack at it. I I've been kind of thinking about it in the back of my head. I hit like a brick wall where I was having a problem with the crafting thing, and I kind of stopped. I quit basically because I couldn't figure this out. But I've always been thinking about it in the back of my head, and I actually came up with the solution for the crafting thing, but I just haven't had time to get on the game and try it out. I did actually do it and I fixed it, so I'll show you that as well as this thing I have on my back right now, which turned out to be a huge little fiasco. So see, it's getting dark there. Yeah, I think in the last video we were, chopping trees and mining rocks. I just started the crafting system, which it worked, but it didn't work. I'll show you kind of what I mean. Before, when you would craft something and then you would close the inventory, it would stop crafting. Now it just keeps crafting. The reason that is because my crafting, this is kind of how the crafting works, or the inventory. So like you have these widgets, and like this is inside this. You have a bunch of them. That's your crafting list. And then this is inside your main inventory widget. So like you got all these widgets, and these widgets like do different things. Like this is like your how much you're gonna craft, and this is also your list. So this updates your list, and this you can go up and down with the amount you want to craft, and it sets like how much. And then in your other thing here, this is actually where all the crafting took place. And I just came up with this all on my own. I didn't watch a tutorial. I just winged it and started doing this, and this is kind of how I got it to work, and it worked pretty good. Only when you close the inventory, it closed all this, which included the current crafting process that was happening. So what I thought of is I'll do the crafting in the master character, which is always just, that's your character that you're playing. So I should be able to craft in that, and that should always be happening. And I'll just kind of link the things from the inventory widgets to that, which is what I did here. I'm casting to the master character, which I'll try to figure out a way not to cast, but for now, this works. I can always edit it, and I'm passing these variables through to the master character. My craftable, the thing we're crafting, and the craft amount. So when we go to the master character, this is the client begin crafting, and these are the things we pass through, the craftable and the amount we craft. And basically what I did, I just copied and pasted. This is the crafting logic that we had on the other thing. I just copied and pasted it basically, and reconnected everything. I had to adjust some things to get it to work, but it does work now, and I am so happy it does. It was actually pretty simple. It usually is, right? So now let's say like we want to craft like 3 rope, and I also got it to like pop up on your screen, like when you pick up stuff or you're harvesting a tree, when anything goes in your inventory, it kind of pops up there. So when this finishes, you'll see it pop up on the right side of your screen there. I probably should have just done like 2. I don't know why I have such long times on that for like testing. It's kind of annoying, but we set like testing times for everything, like 3 seconds and 5 seconds and stuff. Did I miss it? Like, did it not happen? I feel like it's kind of buggy. It like doesn't always work maybe. Like it didn't work there again. Oh yeah, it did. +1 rope. Alright. So it's kind of working, I guess. What do we not? Oh, so this is another thing. So we don't have any wood in our inventory. So it's not letting me craft arrows. So we do a check, that's a good thing. You can see the arrow, +1 arrow on the right side of your screen there. So One little bug, you can see the progress bars, and I actually went back in the last video and looked, and it worked fine in the last video. I don't know what happened to where the progress bar is like all jacked up, because see, like, it does it based off the seconds that, like, this is a 60 second, and I got 20 seconds left, and it's like, I don't know, it's just weird. It's doing all of them. It should just do one. It worked before, but yeah, I got the crafting system working pretty good now. I added a bunch of items to it, basic items. We're gonna get the bow working, and here soon. I seen some YouTube tutorials where it looks like it's pretty easy to get the bow working, so I added some simple stuff like a bow and arrows. Not really sure how I'm gonna have my bow work as far as like a quiver or like what, but I want to get the functionality working where you can shoot an arrow. Right now it just does the I think this is like the sword attack, so I need to get it to do like a bow attack. Other than that, I think I mentioned in a much older video that I was having trouble getting this to work, where if you have, like, different twigs on the ground and different rocks on the ground, you could pick them up and it would just count towards wood. So what that means is, like, I drop this wood and that's my default wood. It's like this log, and this is my default stone. It's like this kind of jagged looking stone. But the problem was, when I pick up these sticks and stuff, they weren't stacking with this wood. It was like different wood. But now I actually got it working where it stacks. And same with, like, these rocks and these bushes right here too. They give plant fiber. So that's pretty cool. And I'm probably going to come up with a bunch of variations for the bushes. But the rocks and twigs, I think 3 variations is probably enough. I'll drink some water and stuff. So I can start populating the world. That's like my ultimate goal, is to try and like populate the world with like rocks and trees and bushes. I think I showed you in the last video we were mining stone and chopping trees. I need to get these things to respawn, and I also need to figure out a math problem to where, like, you're getting more resources than you should. Basically, like, if it has 100 health and you're doing like 35 damage, so you do 35, 35, that's 70. Then on the third hit, you do 105 total. You'll get 105 resources instead of 100 resources, even though it has 100 health, because you're doing 105 damage. So I'm trying to figure out a way to where you get the health it has instead of the damage you're doing to it. That way I can add a bunch of different weapon or tools with different damages, and a bunch of different trees and rocks with different amounts of health, and then I don't need to like micromanage that. It'll just kind of work, and it'll like work like properly. It won't like be like, oh, if you use this pickaxe on this rock you get extra materials or something like that. Like, I don't want that to be a thing. I just want it to kind of be like fair and even. And then once I get that working, I think I can kind of start populating the world. I don't think there's really too much more functionality with those that I need to do. I just need to make some variations of them, and then I can start like populating the world. I put some trees over there a while back just to kind of see how they would look. And I've been messing with grass for like a while. I've been trying to get it to look good and be like run really well. I haven't got it to run really well yet, but I'm gonna keep working on it. And once I get the grass and everything, I'll go back and put bushes on top of it that you can pick up. Like, this stuff's way too big. These should probably be bushes that you can pick up. But I was just trying to make it look good through here and see how to make it look good. So yeah, I think that kind of brings you guys up to date. Oh wait, let's look at the torch thing. That was the first thing I did when I started messing with this again. I was like, I'm gonna add a torch, because I found these little particle effects, these fires, and I was like, I can make a campfire and a torch out of that. That'd be pretty neat. And this is actually my torch on the ground right there. I can pick it up and drop it. And it didn't take long for me to figure out how to get this torch to work. You can see, like, it lights on fire when you equip it, but The thing that I can't figure out, and it's so annoying because it seems like such a simple thing, is I can't get the particle effect to turn off. Now the particle effect seems to be tied to whatever's in my offhand. So like if I switch to a shield, it's like still tied to the shield, or even if I just take everything off, it goes to that default position at your feet. So I'm not really sure, like you know, like how to fix this. Like it looks fine when it's equipped out there, but it needs to turn off when I put it away. I've tried like 10 different things. I'll keep working on it. It's kind of an insignificant thing right now. You know, like you only have to worry about it if you pull out your torch, and then it gets kind of stuck on everything. But yeah, other than that, I think that you guys are pretty much caught up. I did start trying to work on a carpentry bench. You can see like your crafting menu is different. So like if you're going to the crafting and you have like an inventory too for it, I was trying to figure out how it was going to work. I should probably start with the campfire, but this doesn't work. I need to redo this also because I was doing this inside like a widget, and I need to do it inside like an actual item. So like when you place the item, it can like craft, and then you can walk away from it, and it should still craft. I think that's how that will work. I'm not 100% sure, but once I figure that out, I'll probably be able to do all my crafting benches, which I was like messing around with some furniture over there. And then I can really start filling out these buildings here with their proper crafting benches, and adding more and more materials to the game, like copper and iron and all kinds of stuff like that. So yeah, guys, made quite a bit of progress for you know, one day. So yeah, I'm pretty excited. I want to kind of stick to it and keep working on it again. So stay tuned and subscribe if you want to follow along. Later.